In today's video, we're cooking picanha, also known as the top sirloin cap. Yummy! Hey, this is Ricer from Dead Broke Barbecue of Wisconsin, and on this channel we try to help you enhance and amplify your backyard barbecue fun. Today we're gonna cook a picanha, or how maybe some Wisconsin people would say picanha. That's how you spell it. So picanha. It also is known as the top sirloin cap. It comes from the top sirloin butt. It is one of the most tenderest chunk of meat that you can find on a beef. The only thing I like better is the spinalis off a ribeye, also known as the ribeye cap. The part that's got all the tasty fat and yummies in it, that part. Then it's this. Not a lot of us from Wisconsin have ever heard of this cut, but we've had it. It's found in the sirloin steak. It's just that one part that you eat and you're like, wow, this is tasty. I like this. And then you get to the other part and you're like, it's a little tougher. It's not as good. But that one part was cooked perfect. Well, you were actually probably eating picanha. There is 3 veins on this, and if you push on it, you're probably gonna see a little blood. I learned this little trick from Guga Foods. This vein here and outward is not actually going to be picanha. It's a little tougher. From this point to the edge is the most tenderest meat. I'll put it right there with the tenderloin. Now, if you've ever eaten at a Brazilian steakhouse, you've had picanha before. And if you're from central Wisconsin, let's face it, there's not a lot of Brazilian steakhouses around here. And I'm gonna tell you where you can get this. If you're from a different part of the country, all you have to do is kind of follow the same steps that I did. Now, if you just call up your local butcher and say, I need a picanha, they're gonna say, what? Your best bet is to say, I'm looking for a top sirloin cap. Every butcher's gonna know that. Now, not every single butcher shop is gonna agree to cut off the cap. They're gonna say to you, like several of them in my area said, we will sell you the whole top sirloin butt, but not just cut off the cap, because we use that for our steaks in our case. Eventually I found a butcher shop that would agree to do this for me, and it's right in Wausau. So if you're from central Wisconsin, just go visit Country Fresh Meats. I'm a repeat customer of theirs, and I give them a quick call just to see if they have it, and they can cut it within a couple hours. First thing you want to do is call Matt. Now the weird thing is, and this is where it gets a little tricky, is that they actually call it tri-tip. They cut all the fat off it. You don't ever want to cut the fat off this fat cap. This is sent to us by the Almighty himself. And sorry, California, there is no comparison from picanha to tri-tip. Sorry. The tri-tip is actually located lower, but for those people that are getting tri-tip but really getting a picanha or a top sirloin cap, when they go and visit anywhere, go to a restaurant, they got to be thinking that they're eating shoe leather and that their tri-tip that they get from Country Fresh Meats is the best that they have ever had in their life. I mean, trimming the fat off, you're acting like this is chicken fat. Well, nobody wants to eat chicken fat, but picanha fat, that's what makes this special. If you ask the butcher to remove the silver skin, he most likely will. If not, you're just going to have to take a little time and trim that up. And we're going to cut these with the grain. Yeah, I said it. We're going to cut these steaks running with the grain. So we start out and we got to find our grain. Well, our grain is running this way. We're going to cut these steaks into about 1 inch thickness, and always cut it with the fat cap down. This is our 3rd vein. And here's our picanha steaks. So all we're going to actually use to season these steaks is just kosher salt. That's it. You can use a nice flaky rock salt if you prefer, and cover each side. Alright, now our steaks are seasoned. Now let's head outside to the grill. Alright, so we started our full chimney. We want to use a full chimney of coal. Okay, so our coals are getting pretty hot. We're going to dump them in. And you always want to put them in the center. Any way that you can get them in the center, that's the best. A little chunk falls out, try to lay them back in there because you ain't doing nothing sitting off to the side. We're going to be cooking them 6 minutes a side. And at this time, when you're waiting for all the coal to ash over, it's a perfect time to clean up your grill grate. I do not use a wire brush. Little wire fibers can actually come off, get stuck to the grate, and adhere to your food, and then you're going to eat it. And that's not very good or safe. Now, if I don't use this actually nice little wood scraper, I kind of call it my charcoal canoe paddle, then I'll end up using some aluminum foil. Our charcoal's nice and ashed over. It's time to put these steaks on. You're going to take the fat cap and put it towards the flames. I'm starting to get hungry. How about you? Now we're going to go ahead and throw on our lid. We're going to be cooking these for 6 minutes a side at 500 degrees. Make sure all your vents are wide open. A little side note, every Kettle owner should have one of these dragon wings. They're awesome. you just saw that I actually put my whole cutting board and some steaks on there. It's a great little extra little gadget that you can have in your barbecue arsenal to make your life a little easier to have a side table. I'm right around 500 degrees. This will work perfectly. All right, so there goes our timer. Now it's time to flip these. You're gonna start noticing a lot of nice, delicious juice. Our fat's starting to brown up nice on the outside. We're gonna give these guys another 6 minutes, and then it's time to sear them. Okay, now it's time to check them. Oh, sure, look at how nice and brown the fat is getting. Now, before I put these on to sear them a little bit, kind of want to shake some of that juice off because she's gonna flare up. Now we're just gonna sear them up a little bit on each side, give them a little extra color. If you haven't done this a lot, I recommend that you don't probably use just your hands to do it. Now we want to start checking temps. And we're looking for that 130. 133, 135. I'm just going to say these are done. Oh yeah. We're going to let these rest for a little bit. And then we're going to slice them up. Alright, as you can see, there's a lot of juices coming off these babies, and they are ready, and I'm hungry. Just kind of slice them up into little small serving chunks. You can go as fat if you want. You want a bigger chunk, but I typically like to just cut them up just like this. From Guga again, the correct way to eat this is fat end first. I usually just take a big bite. Yummy. The fibers are real tender. It's just delicious. All right, to sum everything up, we got ourselves a top sirloin cap, cut it with the grain to 1-inch steaks. We cooked it at 500 degrees for 6 minutes a side and seared them for about 30 seconds each side. And then we come back, trim it against the grain, and we have these lovely little morsels of goodness. We had a lot of fun cooking this picanha today. It's awesome. I'm gonna tell you, it's a very simple cook. Make an effort, go see Matt. If you like this video, give it a Fonzie thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, guys, I gotta take the thumbnail still. Jesus. I said you could have one, but not yet.